YouTube, it's Satch. Welcome to Driver81. Welcome to the cockpit of my Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Today in this video is a little bit different again. I'll be doing a few of these series where we are comparing, reviewing and demonstrating the new series of iCarsoft diagnostic tools. So in my hands here we have diagnostic tools suitable for Mercedes-Benz Smart and Sprinter vehicles. This is the iCarsoft MB version 1.0. This is the MB version 2.0. There are obvious differences between the two. You'll generally pay about £50 difference between the two. The 1.0 kit will be a little bit cheaper. Now I'm going to put a link directly below this video to where you can actually pick up these tools from. www.diagnostic-world is where to go for these tools. So I'll explain the differences, we'll hook them up to the vehicle and we'll hopefully be able to see these kits diagnosing and resetting say like an airbag light. I'll trigger an airbag light in this car and we'll diagnose it, reset it and clear the warning light. So first of all, I'm going to clear up one myth about these tools. We've obviously got version 1.0 and version 2.0. A lot of people think that this is an old kit and has been superseded by this kit. That's simply not the case. This is one kit which is a current model and it's still being produced just as this is. They've been brought out at the same time actually. This kit here, the 1.0, replaces the i980 kit, which is actually still in circulation at the time of making this video, but it will be phased out. And this kit, the version 2.0, will phase out the MB2 kit. So if you're familiar with the iCarsoft diagnostic tools, that's just basically how the new kits are working and what they'll be replacing. So in a nutshell, before we actually have a look at the tools on the in action, the MB 1.0 kit will basically allow you to, it covers a wide range of Mercedes-Benz. Take a look at the links in the description and in the comments box below to get a full lowdown on the vehicle coverage and the system coverage. But in a nutshell, this will cover things like engines, airbags, ABS, transmission, air conditioning, parking sensors, power steering. You know, if you've got any fault codes relating to that, it'll also do your oil service resets, or your maintenance service resets. So that's a quite handy feature to have included in this tool. The version 2.0, which you'll pay a little bit more for, this does everything that the 1.0 kit does, but it also has a few additional features as well. So pretty soon it will be adding the software to add batteries. So when you change a battery on your vehicle, some of the newer vehicles, I think they call them AGM batteries, but if those vehicles will need to register the battery when it's inserted, so the vehicle will accept the battery. Now this kit will allow you to do that soon. It will do, well, it's got it written on here actually, I never even realised, electronic throttle control system. It'll do steering angle sensors, it'll do DPF regeneration, which is a very important one, diesel particulate filter regeneration. Anything else off the top of my head? Well, I may as well look at this while it's here. Oh yes, electric parking brake. So vehicles fitted with the electronic parking brake, if you, say for example, need to change the brake pads, it will open and close the calipers, and a few other features on here which I'll run through once we actually have a look at the kit in action. So yeah, without me battering on too much, let's take a look first of all at the 1.0 kit when it's in action. Okay, just a reminder that the kits are available at Diagnostic World, www.diagnostic-world.com. I'll put links in the description and the comments box below. I hope you can see because the camera is pretty close here. But what we've got is we've got the Mercedes-Benz, the engine is running, and we've got an airbag warning light. Don't worry about the seatbelt light or the brake light. We've got the airbag warning light illuminated. I've triggered that fault personally, and we'll plug this in and we'll see if we can diagnose the actual fault. So this is the case that it comes in, a nice little carry case, and that's the tool itself. We've got a little hand booklet, if you like, maybe it's like an initial setup and also update guide. So we've got that, and then we pull out the cable. I'm just doing this off camera here. So this is the cable that we have. So this cable here goes in there. So I'll plug that in now. So that slots in there. And then, so you've got that there, and then this end plugs into the diagnostic port, which is generally underneath the vehicle. Sorry, underneath the steering wheel, but before you get to the pedals. So I'm going to attempt to do that now. There we go, that's plugged in now. Alright, so we've got from the main menu here, this is the main menu which you'll see on its when it starts to power up. So we've got diagnostics, it's not touch screen by the way, I'm just going through them. Oil reset, voltage, so your battery voltage, check OBD, so you've OBD2 or E OBD. Basically this gives you the option to diagnose engine faults on any other vehicle which is OBD2 compliant. So if you've got, say for example, another Ford or an Audi or a BMW in your family, and you want to check an engine code, or you've got a check engine light on any other car, use this option here, and it will allow you to diagnose that car as well, which is always a handy feature to have. What I'm going to do first of all actually is go into the setup. I'm just going to take off the beeping sound because I find it quite annoying, but you can turn it off, which is very good. So I'm going to go into diagnostics, and this is where we'll select our vehicle. So we've got Benz, Smart or Sprinter. Well, we're in a Benz, so we'll do that. Gives you a software version information, and then you go down and select your vehicle. So we're looking for E-Class 212, and there she is. It's a sedan, oh it's a wagon actually, it's an estate car. I think they class that as a wagon. Diesel, right hand steering, and it's an E50 CDI. E250 CDI. So we'll select manually the system which we wish to diagnose. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to search for the airbag system. Now you have to be careful because sometimes, here it is, SRS. Sometimes it might be displayed as something else, but generally you'll always find it. So it's initializing, it's connecting to the airbag system, and now we're going to click into read fault code. And it's got one of four faults. We've got 9C14, a little bit of information: neck pro head restraint, driver has open circuit. The squib for pelvis airbag, driver has excessively high resistance. The squib for side bag, driver has excessively high resistance. And belt buckle, driver has a short circuit to positive or open. So these are the fault codes which have been produced because we actually unclipped the airbag connection underneath the driver's seat. I have since put it back in, but this proves the point that you do need to use a diagnostic tool in order to reset the warning light. So we'll come out of that, and I'm going to click into clear fault memory, and hopefully we should see that airbag light there and the airbag message here, not that one, but when it flashes onto the airbag message we should see them disappear. So clear fault memory, click OK to that, clear trouble code completed, and the airbag light has disappeared, and that will also disappear. We'll just click OK to that, get rid of that. Okay, so that is excellent. We've done that, no problem. What I'll do is I'll just run through a few of the systems here that it will cover, and then we'll have a look at the MB2. So we've got engine, the Distronic shift module, transmission, fuel unit pump, and I'll just scroll through them. It's going to be different on every single vehicle, so depending on which vehicle you have will depend on which systems it'll give you access to, but generally you'll get access to all of the systems within your vehicle that are actually installed into your vehicle. If you get like a communication error, it may well mean that you're trying to connect to a system or module that vehicle doesn't actually have installed into the vehicle, so that'll generally be the case for that. So while I'm here as well, I'll just run through the rest of the vehicles so you can see the coverage, and the coverage is always going to be the same on both kits, the MB version 1 and the MB version 2. Just scroll back again, get back to where we were, the 212. Okay, so that's the vehicle coverage. As new vehicles are released onto the market, iCarsoft engineers will produce the software, they will update the software to their databases, and then you can then download the software from their databases to your device. Updates on these kits are free for life. Alright, so voltage, been through this. You can do a bit of a DTC checkup, so you can put a code in and check what it means. Review data that you've previously looked at, and a bit about the about help setup, and that's pretty much it. So what we'll do is we'll do the exact same thing again, but we'll have a look at the MB version 2.0. Let's take a quick look at that now. And here is the MB version 2.0. So you can see we're holding this in a little different way. It's got like two sort of handles on the back, so you can kind of hold it almost like a 90s game console, how you used to hold those. We've got the menu is a little bit different. It's pretty similar, but a few differences which I'll go through now. Obviously we've got diagnostics again. What I've done is I've also reset the airbag light, so it's back on the dashboard. So what I'll do first of all is I'll just do a quick demonstration of this working and resetting on the actual MB2 version 2. Actually, you can hear the beeping there. I forgot to take the beeping off. I'll do that in a second, but if anything, it probably amplifies how annoying it is. So, my opinion, it would always be best to just go into the setup and remove the beeping before it gets on your nerves too much. Okay, there it is, SRS. So read fault code, yeah, we know that, clear fault memory, and there we go. So the warning lights have gone off there, so that's all obviously the same. Just come out of that really quickly. I'll go to the setup, buzzer off, thank you. Right, so diagnostics is the same. The service on the other the version 1.0, we had a little oil service reset here. That was obviously to do the oil service. Now on this kit we've got service here, so we'll scroll along to that, click enter. Now we've also got the oil service, the oil reset. We've also got a few additional features. So we've got the electronic parking brake, the APB, the electronic throttle control, ETC, SAS, which is steering angle sensor, DPF, which is diesel particulate filter. So you can do resets on all of these. You can open and close the calipers, you can do oil service, maintenance resets, diesel particulate filter, DPF, forced regeneration, which is a very important one, and a lot of customers do need this for their vehicles. Steering angle sensor as well. Obviously what we don't see here is the battery. They're still developing the software for the battery reset, so make sure and double check that this feature has actually been installed to the kits before you actually buy this. It's worth checking. Just give it Diagnostic World a quick check and they'll be able to confirm that with you or not. So other than that though, it's all pretty much the same. You know, I'll show you the battery voltage check. There we go. So it's giving you current battery voltage, the minimums and the maximums from this particular test. So we're showing just under 14 volts there, or just over 13 should I say. And that's pretty much it. You get updates which are free for life. Updates are very simple, very easy to do. Obviously it comes with your carry pouch, your user manual, the box. But if you've got any questions, I mean there's probably something that I've forgot, but it does cover your main systems, engines, airbags, ABS, transmissions, power steering, air conditioning, electronic, the air suspension is a big one on these. It covers the air suspension, and there's lots more systems which I can't even think of to hand now. But if there's something that you think of that I haven't perhaps covered in this video, then as I say, just give these guys a shout. www.diagnostic-world.com. You can pick up the kit from there. Really appreciate you watching this video and tuning into the video. Hopefully it's possibly given you a little bit of better information about what the tools do and the differences between the two tools, because I understand it quite be confusing. iCarsoft don't actually publish any differences spreadsheets, so I can understand why people might get a little bit confused about what the two kits do. So that's it. If you've got any questions, give these guys a shout. Please, if you like and subscribe to this channel. I am giving away my Porsche Boxster 986 to one of my subscribers once I hit 100,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, so it's definitely worth hitting that subscribe button, if only to be in with a chance of winning that Porsche Boxster. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.